I decided to clean out my current sourdough starter jar. As you can tell, it needs it. It's been in here for probably a week, and it gets pretty raunchy in that length of time. So I'm going to move it all over to a clean pint-sized mason jar. I ended up having 45 grams of starter, and I like to do a 100% hydration when I bake, so I use a 1-1-1 ratio, which is 1 part sourdough starter, 1 part flour, and 1 part water. And as you can tell, it's still pretty thick, even though it hadn't been fed in about 24 hours. So I'm going to have to use a spoon to get the remainder off. And once I do that, I'm going to clear out the scale and measure my 45 grams of flour. And when I do my feedings, I like to use an all-purpose unbleached flour. When I bake, I use bread flour, but for the fills, I just use a unbleached all-purpose. So once I get that in, then I'm going to clear the scale again and add my 45 grams of water. And a little dropped off the spoon there, but that's okay. I'd already cleared out the scale. So I'm adding 45 grams of water, and I'm going to give it a good mix. And you can't overmix. Actually, the more you mix, the better. You want to make sure all of the flour is incorporated into the water. Some people won't use metal when they mix their sourdough starter, but I've never had a problem with it. So I am just mixing it really well. And once I get it mixed, I like to really scrape down the sides of the jar so you can actually tell what level that you're at, because you want your starter to at least double. And that's when you know that it's active and ready to use. So I'm tapping it down as best I can. So then I'm going to just grab a marker and mark what level I'm on. And as you can see in the next little clip coming up, it has more than doubled, and it's definitely ready to use.